I'm not even gonna recap last week. Yeah, you heard that. I'm not even gonna recap the last race that we had in NASCAR Thunder 04. But let me go ahead and move my microphone. Hold up. I don't want to go into 2024 on that massive stinking L that we faced in Dover. While I'm sitting here thinking about it, though, let's talk about the points. Mark Martin has fallen out the lead of the point standings. He's currently in charge, or the person who's in charge of it is now Tony Stewart. Kevin Harvick is actually really close behind, driving what I assume to still be those old number 3 cars. Ryan Newman is also in 4th. Jeff Gordon is in 5th. Dale Jarrett is in 6th. Ricky Rudd 7th. Jeff Burton is 8th. Rusty Wallace 9th. And of course, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 10th. That is 188 points between the top 10. Meaning, at any point, if any of these guys have a bad race, it can come down to just them just completely struggling. So, my goal is to stay out of their way and or steal as many points as possible. That's my goal. My other goal is I got to catch up to Jamie McMurray and pass this man once again in the standings. He's 20 points ahead of me, and I cannot believe he got ahead of me yet again. I don't like you, Jamie McMurray. I want to beat you. I do. In the race. I want to beat you in the race. I don't want to see you in the garage. So that brings us to Pocono in the Pocono Mountains with our Food City Pontiac. We've got several things that we're currently working on in terms of team management and things like that. Looking in the garage, we're currently working on overhauling and building a new chassis. We're overhauling an engine, and we're overhauling and building a brand new body. We've got a lot we're doing right now. Oh, and did I forget to mention that our engine shop will be done in one race time, which is the end of Pocono. So we will be looking at building our first engine of our entire career here in season 1. So we've really rapidly expanded. So that brings us to Pocono in the Pocono Mountains. We've come to this race twice within 6 weeks of each other. And you know what? We're going to bring the brand new built chassis and brand new built motor. I'm going to get this right eventually, guys. I'm going to get it right eventually. We're going to bring the same motor from last week, which has taken some serious knocks. So we're going to have to be careful about its durability. And we're also going to bring the brand new built body. I'm also going to do something different. So if you actually made it this far and you've heard this, you're gonna understand. I fell in love with NASCAR back when they were running at Pocono and they were shifting gears. So I do plan on adjusting the gear ratios a little bit in my car to where it's going to force me to have to shift gears like the old days and go into 4th gear as the overdrive gear. Okay. So you'll hear some shifting. Anyways, it's our best rated car at 55. Surprise, surprise. And we're going to Pocono. And we don't have a car with enough power. I'm not unhappy. I'm also a little scared. So wish us luck. I'll see you guys there in Pocono. Uh-oh. It's Pocono.
To the line now, green flag wave, and this qualifying attempt is underway. He has to race the clock and get the fastest lap he can. He heads into the corner, trying to keep it right on the bottom.
All right, so you can see we're now shifting into 3rd gear for turns 1 and 2. I love Pocono, but I love the old school way of having that issue of potentially money shifting or blowing the motor. So I wanted to play the risky, dangerous game and bring back an old mechanic that used to work at Pocono back in the day. So get ready, guys. We're going to be shifting all race long. Many people forgot that people shifted at Pocono back in the early days. We're P10 right now. We got our first pole! Yes! How fast was that? 5/10. All right, let me adjust the gears so that we're not running into the rev limiter or on the rev chip before while in the draft, because you know this is I can expect it now. They're gonna probably catch us, or we're gonna come off pit road in traffic, and I'm gonna be drafting somebody I'm gonna forget, and we're gonna blow our motor. So let me adjust. Wow, 5/10. Let me adjust the car setup a bit, and yeah, see you guys at pre-race festivities. We're a pole winner, which means we're in the Bud Shootout next year.
MRN is live in Pennsylvania today at the Pocono Raceway for the Pocono 500. And Barney, there are a few unique twists to this 2.5-mile tri-oval.
The corners here at Pocono can be absolutely brutal, and gear selection is crucial for those long straightaways. The drivers that'll do the best are the ones that can set their turns up correctly and slingshot out of them for that extra boost.
The 53 car has had some run-ins with other...
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about something else other than the people I run into. We already know who I ran into. We got a new gearing package for today, and it really put in some really good work on the car, and I actually enjoyed having the car out there on the track. Us getting our first pole is actually really huge for our career. So I think, honestly, MRN, you guys should focus on that, not about my rivalries and people like that. I'm sorry for talking over Dale Jarrett, but y'all just talk about the wrong things. Y'all don't ever talk about anything good. We did good. We got our first pole. Y'all should talk about that, MRN. Talk about our good qualifying opportunity here at Pocono, a track where we don't have a car that's really supposed to be up here. Come on, man.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
I don't understand why they never talk about the good stuff. We're actually gonna get gapped here. So this is the downside of using this other gearing setup, is that I can't get it to work unless I actually have third gear really far out. So we're gonna let them all go by. We got the speed in the car. Oh. Until Rusty almost puts his entire door into my fender, but you know.
The 18 car, it's up high.
So you see, the difference is that we have that drive middle and off with the gear setup.
Number 2 is inside. The 2 car is still there.
What's Kenny Wallace doing up here?
3 wide. That bump didn't hurt us. Car's okay.
Excuse me, Mark Martin.
Focus on your march, buddy. 55-35.
The leaders are about a second and a half ahead.
Car outside. Hold it steady. 3 wide. Number 8 coming up quick.
Guys, am I just this much of a moving chicane in non-qualifying form? Like, I really gain all my time through the tunnel turn. Turn, car, turn, turn.
Car down low. Number 18 is coming low. Still beside you. We drop back a spot. Let's push it. Clear on both sides.
I'm gonna let them go through the inside. These are kind of like the points leaders anyway. I really shouldn't be battling them. We've got a car that can compete, so no point in really trying to rough the car up this early. I also don't want to drop too far back. We want to stay in the front pack, but dropping back too far will actually kind of be our ultimate doom. So we'll just kind of ride around here and try to stay within the top 10.
53-2.
You got some passes left.
Like, our car is, we have a capable car.
3 seconds.
We're down a spot. Keep digging.
Go easy
Woof.
on those Eagles, driver.
Listen, I'm trying to go easy on the Eagles. The problem is that with Dale Jarrett being there like that and that trajectory we were on, we were going to run into him. Go ahead, Ricky Rudd.
The 21 car down low.
We've got all the speed through the tunnel. The problem is where they park their cars. They park it like right where I'm about to go. So far, we have no damage on the car, so we're doing pretty good.
Keep coming. We're getting there.
Slingshot engage. Not enough. Not enough. Oh, it looks like some of the leaders went in down pit road.
Wants to get by you.
So
62.
we're still sitting pretty-ish.
Pick up some time. Harlow, we're off the pace. Everything okay?
Yeah, no point fighting Kevin Harvick. Our car we can't continue what we're doing right now. So we got some leaders that come down pit road at this stage of the race. Our car is getting looser. I think maybe I'll go back on the wedge adjustment because I always start out half a round down.
One car peels off the bank onto pit road. We're not quite sure.
All right, we got it down pit road. We're gonna be smack dab in the middle of a run.
The pit lane, pit road speed on its way to the pit stall.
So this is gonna be a 4-tire and fuel adjustment, and we're gonna get that half round back into the wedge, and hopefully that'll tighten us up for the later run.
Go to the right side first. Change right side tires. 1 can of racing fuel going in. The crew will now swing over to the left side.
When did my rear deck lid get opened?
4 tires and 2 cans of 76 racing fuel.
Come on, go, go, go. 16.7. I can't ask for any better on that stop, but unfortunately, with us slipping and sliding around like crazy, we lost a lot of time to some of the guys who were already running on the track. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us.
The 23 car is looking to pass. Car high.
All right, so the car feels better already,
Okay.
but that's through like a slow speed type, getting up to speed corner. The good news about the adjusted gears is that sometimes I don't have to downshift, and that also helps save some fuel too. Like we just pulled away from Kenny Wallace through like 2 corners. Well, I knew we were going to kiss the wall eventually. I was just wondering when it was going to happen. It seems like we're also not that good anymore on the car, so I really don't know. We're losing time. So we finally caught up to Rusty Wallace. We're in 16th.
Car outside.
Make that now 14th because look at the 4 car was still out there. So that was Mike Skinner.
Keep it smooth, just like that. Car high. The 29 car has got a run on you. Clear on both sides. Car outside.
Just follow Kevin Harvick.
52, 90.
Keep it up, great lap.
Number 99, top 5. Still there. Top 10, keep digging. Clear all around.
Out of my way, Jeff Burton. You cost me time with Kevin Harvick. Come on. We were going places with Harvick there.
8 seconds on the leader. Stay alert.
Someone got by you. Let's go after it. All clear, buddy.
What was that from Ryan Newman? Yeah, Jared blew his motor.
Number 12 is looking to pass.
Keep him behind you if you can.
Got one down low. Clear all around.
More tires won't help us. Be careful.
Car high.
Take it easy out there. You keep driving like that, no one's gonna be friendly out there.
Clear.
That was not my car. Ryan Newman was all up on my freaking rear deck lid, getting me arrow loose. I feel like when he hit me, he caved in something. Man's hit me hard. Had me all jacked up.
The white flag is out. 1 lap to go in this one. If you have anything left, you have to show it now. There's no need to save it. This is the final lap. Can he do it? Who will win here in this event?
Clear all around. 54, 96.
Awesome lap.
Number 40, up high. Don't worry about the car. It looks okay.
I don't appreciate that he got into me on turn 3 and 4. I won't shift this lap. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna shift.
Got one down low.
As the leader races back to the stripe, the big question is, does anybody have anything for him? Here they come to the stripe. The fans are on their feet. Who will win?
Clear on both sides. Car up high. Still there. Take it easy. Let's push it. Number 40 is still there.
We don't want him getting beside us.
The 40 car is looking to pass. There you go.
Whatever. We fought hard for 13th. I wanted 12th.
We can ask.
Bill Elliott got by us at the last second. I gave it all I got. Let's get up out of here.
The yellow flag didn't fly at all in this one.
Well, that's good news for all these race teams because that can mean one thing: no major wrecks.
The 53 car had some problems on the track with the 12 car.
Should be interesting next time they get next to each other on the racetrack. At this point, nobody wants to back down, and we could see some sparks fly.
Unfortunately, we're out of time for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week at Michigan.
I just want to go on the record and say I don't have any issues with Ryan Newman. We'll just sit a bit here and talk about it. MRN, y'all don't know what y'all are talking about. I really need y'all to understand that I'm a rookie driver. I make mistakes. I had just got tight, and I got into Newman because he was on my outside, putting a lot of pressure on me. He pressurized the heck out of me in the race, and I'm glad that I get to race with such talented drivers such as Ryan Newman. But yeah, there's no big deals with us. I don't know what y'all are talking about, MRN. All right, so Ryan Newman is like a minus 54 rival. Kevin LePage, Sterling Marlin, Robbie Gordon, yeah, whatever. Robbie Gordon is still my big rival. So is Joe Nemechek, Hermie Sadler, and Christian Fittipaldi. I'm not really concerned about Ryan Newman, nor Kevin LePage, or Sterling Marlin. So whatever on that doesn't really tell the full story. Coming out of the race, we actually wound up making a pretty penny. We got all of our expectation bonuses. Again, we qualified on the pole, which was huge for our team. And we picked up all of our standings and things like that. Now, for those who are curious, Dale Jr. won. He actually beat out Tony Stewart. Jeff Gordon was second. Kevin Harvick was fourth. Mark Martin did rally back to finish fifth. Ryan Newman finished sixth. Ricky Rudd was seventh. Bobby Labonte was eighth. He qualified eighth, started eighth. Matt Kenseth came all the way from 40th to finish in ninth. And Jimmy Johnson rounds out your top 10. As you guys probably were able to see, Kurt Busch was 11th. I tried to keep 12th against Bill Elliott. I didn't do that, so that sucks on my part. But I'm trying to fight and scrape for all the points I can. And, you know, those 3 points could really have paid off for me against the fight with Jamie McMurray. Speaking of McMurray, further down the line, McMurray finished 22nd and only got 97 points. So I believe between my 124 and his 97, we might still be behind him by 3. I might be. Matt Kenseth finishing up in the top 10, though, actually kind of shifts our little points battle with him, too. So that means he's no longer in the way for that one. Joe Nemechek finished 23rd. And those who are keeping track of all my other rivals, like Hermie Sadler finished 39th at the qualifying 24th. And Christian Fittipaldi, who was a non-factor for us today, finished 40th. And Dale Jarrett and Kyle Petty both finished laps down. Dale Jarrett lost an engine on lap 17. Kyle Petty lost his engine a lap later. Well, let's head back to the race shop and see what we can do before we head on out for the day. All right, we're back in Atlanta. First things first, before I do anything else, let's go check the standings. So far, Tony Stewart does have his lead over Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, Jeff Gordon, Ricky Rudd. Dale Jr.'s win only put him like 7th. Dale Jarrett, the points lead has actually gotten a little bit longer or further out for the top 10. So those guys running well really just made this a 5 or mathematically 6 horse race. Dale Jr. is kind of in the back there, but we're getting close to halfway on the season. So that means that this is going to start getting a little bit further and further out. Looks like we are ahead of Jamie McMurray by just a few points, 7 to be exact. So we did wind up getting the lead over Jamie Mack. Not bad. Oh, and we got a pole award and the rookie of the race. I almost forgot about that on the awards screen. Guys, I forgot. We're the rookie of the race and we got the pole award. So that's extra $7,000. Sorry, I forgot to mention. All right, team management screen. Let's see what we got. Our shop edition is complete in terms of the engine shop. So now we can start building our own engines. But first, let's take a look at the condition of our cars. So we got some cars that we got some TLC that is needed. I'm gonna run the same car from Pocono at Michigan. So that's gonna save us on that. As far as the first chassis, oh, Let's see how much it costs to build a new engine first. The new chassis and the new this is gonna be tough. The new chassis and the new body is gonna be done in 8 races, which means if we start a new engine, it's gonna be 9 races time, or we could go for 6, or we could try to fast track one and have a new one ready in 3 weeks. That way it gives us a little bit more leeway with the motors in our arsenal. Considering it's a 58 and 56, and we don't have a 58, 56 motor, but given, well, if we do overhaul one, we won't be able to overhaul the next one. Yeah. Okay. I'm making the executive decision. We're going to fast track a new motor by Ken Duplessis. We're going to get one into the base in 3 races time. That's about the same amount of time it takes for us to overhaul an engine anyway, which takes like 2 races time to usually overhaul something. So if I do that now, we can fast track a brand new motor. That way we can at least have 3 complete cars at our disposal. It's a little risky, I know, because it's not going to be a very strong motor, but we will be able to overhaul it as time goes on, and it will get stronger as time goes on. So rather than put in for the 9, considering that we already got the chassis and the body, and those are already done, and it took us a little bit longer than we needed to get the engine shop, we'll just go ahead and fast track a quick engine. That way we can at least have 3 complete cars, and then we can build our 4th motor a little bit later and give it a little bit more time. That way we can have 4 complete, and of course we can keep working on everything else as time goes on. So now with $505,000 in our bank, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff that we had before that is much needed for the overhauling, which is some of our beginning chassis. Chassis number 1, engine number 2, engine number 2 and body number 1 are next on that list of we need to overhaul. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and take the 2 weeks time to overhaul the chassis and overhaul the body, because those are your really important pieces. So that's 160K. And then we're gonna look at the engine, which this was a good engine prior to, and we're just gonna go ahead. Wow. We're gonna be broke. I did not balance the books well, did I? Whatever. We only have $5,000 to our name. With only 5K to our name, we're going to need to make sure we qualify well at Michigan. We're going to have to finish well at Michigan, and we're going to get all of our bonuses. Oh boy. I feel like a win at Pocono would have been just a little bit better. But with only $5,000 to our name, we're going to be pinching pennies heading into Michigan. Yikes. Yikes. After Michigan comes Infineon Raceway, and then of course we go to Daytona for the Pepsi 400. By that point in time, all the stuff that we're overhauling should be ready to go, which means we should have a very strong car for the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. We already won at Daytona before in our career. I'm looking forward to Daytona. Infineon, I'm not entirely sure what to expect out of that. It's a road course. I'm not that great at road courses, but hopefully that'll be just a little bit better. We had a strong showing today, qualified first. Finish wasn't the greatest, but I do believe in the car. And now that we're overhauling some of the older parts and pieces, we should have some pretty equalized cars going through the rest of the season. As we approach the halfway point, we are, 3 races away from halfway. At race 18, that'll be half. And then of course, the next 18 will be the rest of our rookie campaign. We're currently leading the rookie standings, and man, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. I wish you guys good luck. Thank you, and have a happy and wonderful new year. Be easy, everybody.